Well, darling, I was going to do a beautiful video outside, but then it started fucking raining. So we're going to do it here in this basement room, which is obviously a work in progress. So yay to all things. That being said, I just got back from Missoula, doing stuff with family, going to a family reunion this weekend, and doing all things with family. Whoosah. So with all of that said, let's ground down through our seat, lift the crown of the head up to the sky. Go ahead and come into your breath. Nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. 3 more big breaths. Last one. Allowing yourself just to come into your normal breath. Always starting off our practice from a space of gratitude. Give gratitude to the universe, the weaving of wisdom and knowledge and love. Give gratitude to this earth. She reminds us that we live in a space of abundance rather than a space of scarcity. That we have everything that we need and that we ourselves are more than enough. Give gratitude to the indigenous peoples of these lands. The Salish, the Crow, the Cheyenne. Oh, I'm missing one. And the Blackfoot. Give gratitude for this practice of yoga. So it reminds us that at the core of us as human beings, that we are innately good. Encourages us to lean into the truth, into love, into generosity. We give gratitude to Black and Brown people as the original creators and sustainers of this practice. Give gratitude to our bodies and to ourselves. If there's a person or persons, place or places that you'd like to dedicate practice to today, you can take the time to do so now. Nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Go ahead and slowly blink open your eyes, come back into your room and into your space. You can turn and look out past your right shoulder, looking back behind you. Relax through the neck, slowly move your head through center line. Same thing on that opposite side, turn and twist. And then bring yourself back to center. Let your chin drop down towards your chest. Roll back and down through your shoulder blades. Swallow a couple of times here and then inhale. Chin lifts. Tilt your chin all the way up to the sky. Relax and release through your jawline. And then exhale, slowly bring yourself back to your center. Let's do some Bistrica breath today. So hands are going to come next to your shoulders. On your inhale, you reach up to the sky. Exhale, you pull down. 15 breaths, my count, a little bit faster. And rest. Palms up and thumbs inside palms, fingers around thumbs. Fists come down to the base of the belly, shoulders roll down and back, crown of the head lifts, and then we take a nice deep inhale. Come all the way to the top of the lungs and hold. See if you can take another big sip in. And one more sip. Exhale. Hands come down to the knees, big inhale. Exhale, blow all that air out. Hold it out. Hands release. They come up underneath the rib cage, and you create some space between your ribs and your lungs and your diaphragm. And then you inhale and the release. Exhale. Let's do one more set. Hands come down to your rib cage, like a rowboat style. Inhale out. Exhale, pull back. 15 reps, my count. And rest. Palms open, thumbs inside palms, fingers around thumbs. Fists come down to the base of the belly, shoulders roll down and back, crown of the head lifts, and then a nice deep inhale through the nose. All the way up to the top of the breath, hold. Take another big sip in. And one more sip. Exhale. Hands come down to the knees, big inhale. Exhale, blow all that air out. Hold it out. Hands release. Take them up underneath the rib cage again. Create some space between ribs, lungs, and diaphragm. And then you inhale and you release. Exhale. Rock forward over your knees and shins and take your hands down to your mat. Hands are nice and wide. Elbows, eye of the elbows turns to look back at you. Point of the elbows, or eye of the elbow looks away. Point of the eye or the elbow looks back at you. Tops of your feet can be down to the mat or tucked. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. One more time. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale back into table. Pop the hips back and high. Come into your first down dog. Maybe you release one hand from the mat. Kind of pedal out back and forth. Checking in with the strength of the arm. Hand plants. Same thing on that opposite side. Pedal out through the feet. Pull up and in on the low belly. Hand plants. Go ahead and walk your hands back towards your feet. Back the mat. Let yourself hang heavy here. Check in with your hips. Check in with how you're holding the weight of your body. Shifting back and forth, side to side. Maybe you shake your head yes. Maybe you shake your head no. On the next inhale, hands move up the front part of the shins, flat back. Mini micro bend in the knees. Crown of the head sails forward. Keep your gaze out in front of you. Shift back and forth, side to side. Check in with your hips. And then let yourself fall down and over the tops of the thighs. And then on the next inhale, slowly pull yourself all the way up to stand. Exhale. Hands move down to heart line. Inhale. Arms come up. Exhale, float down and over. Hands come back behind, interlock the fists and let yourself drift. Fists moves up to the sky, relax and release through your shoulders. Nice tight grip here. Shift back and forth, side to side through the fists, opening up through the shoulders. Maybe you do some small circles, nothing too crazy. Release. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Walk yourself out into your plank. Nice deep inhale here. Hold. Press back through your heels. Be strong with your arms. Nice deep inhale. Let's rock to the outside of that right foot. Left hand comes high to the sky. Big inhale here. You can float your top leg if you want to. You could also draw your leg out in front of you if you want to. Big inhale. Exhale, bring it back. Bring yourself through your midline. Same thing on that opposite side. Strong arm. Float that right leg. Maybe you pull it out in front of you if you want to. Big inhale. Keep the lift in the hip. Foot swings back. Hand plants. Nice deep inhale. Press back through the heels. Drop down to the knees. Top of the feet come flat to the mat. Lower down. Chin, chest, belly. Maybe you lift one leg and then the other, pointing through the toes. Strong legs. Elbows are close into the side body. Chin is out on the mat. Press down into the tops of the feet as you press into your pelvis and peel your chest up. Big inhale here. Exhale, breathe into the back bend. Exhale. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. 1 more time, big inhale. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, press to the knees. Hold here, big inhale. Modified plank. Exhale, hips move back and high. Nice deep inhale here. Spot right in between your 2 thumbs and step, step. Feet come up to meet hands. Step with the foot you don't normally step with. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, down and over. And then inhale, pull yourself all the way back up to stand. Exhale, hands move down to heart line. Inhale, sweep yourself into chair pose. Big inhale here. Hips move back. Think about firing up. Check in with the stack of your hips. I like to sometimes take my hands into the crease of my hips and pull back, right? And then lift up through the chest so you can kind of figure out if your hips are stacked over your femur bones. Your low belly pulls up and in. Big inhale here. Lift through the heart and the chest, and then exhale. Dive down and over the tops of the thighs. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale. Hands plant. Step, step back into your plank. Big inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, roll over the big toe simultaneously. Move the hips back and high. Right leg high to the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, step. Right foot up to meet right hand. Hop your left toes out and over. And then inhale, sweep yourself high into your high crescent lunge. Big inhale here. Bend in your back knee. Drop your back heel and open yourself up into your warrior 2. Big inhale here. Exhale, sweep. Hand moves back. Find that extension. Try not to pinch in that low back. Reach here and then exhale. You're going to bring yourself down and into your side angle pose. Your left hand reaches towards the front of the room. You're going to turn your chest. Reach to the fingertips. Big inhale here. Exhale, pull yourself back up. Go ahead and straighten through your front leg. And then you're going to turn your left toes out and bend into this back knee. Big inhale. You can keep your chest lifted, but make sure that that bent knee isn't moving over your toes. And then slowly shift yourself through your center line. And then you're going to turn and pivot. Coming back to the top of the mat, left hand to the inside of your right foot, right hand high to the sky. Big inhale here. Exhale, drop down to your back knee. Pull your knee back with the use of your toes, and then put a bend in your knee as your hand comes back to grab onto the inside of the foot and pull the heel towards the glute, releasing through that quad. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Both hands plant. Pick up that back knee and step that right foot back to meet your left. Press back through the heels and shift forward. We lower and lift. Big inhale. Exhale, roll over the toes. Send the hips back and high. Same thing on that opposite side. Left leg high to the sky. Big inhale. Spot your left thumb. Step your left foot up to meet your left hand and drop that back right. Stay on the ball of that back foot and sweep yourself high into your high crescent lunge first. Big inhale here. Again, check in with your hips. Exhale, then drop your back heel and open up into your warrior two. Your front knee is stacked over your ankle and moving towards your baby toe. You're opening up through your hips. Nice deep inhale, reach through your fingertips. Flip your front palm and take it back. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. I went to Megan Maloney's class at Hot House Yoga last night up in Missoula. This is a similar flow to one of the things that we did. It was nice. Big inhale. Give credit where credit's due so you don't feel like you're stealing things from people. Number one, maybe like number two rule of yoga. Exhale. One more time. Big inhale here. Exhale, bring yourself down. Side angle. Hand to the inside of the foot. Hand comes to the sky and then pulls towards the front of the room. Big inhale. Find that extension out of your hip as you pull through your fingertips and still engage your low belly. And then pull yourself back up. Big inhale. Straighten through your front leg. You're going to turn your left toes towards that front right corner of the mat. And you're going to turn your right toes out as you bend down into your squat here. Nice deep inhale. You can point or flex your toes here. Be mindful of, right, the inside of your knee as you shift yourself through your center line. Same thing. Big inhale here. Exhale, turn, pivot. Hand comes down to the inside of that foot. Opposite hand comes up to the sky. Big inhale here. Exhale, drop down to that back knee. Put a bend in it and the hand comes back to grab onto the inside of the foot as you pull the heel in towards that glute. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, slowly release. I have something telling me that I have class at Inner Harmony tonight, but I don't. Hands plant and step that foot back. Press back through your heels and shift forward. We lower and lift. Big inhale. Breathe into the base of the belly as you roll over your big toes. Press back. Spot to the outsides of your pinkies. Put a big bend in your knees and see if you can hop your feet wide. Drop down through your seat. Hands come to your heart line. Maybe you shift back and forth side to side. Right fingertips beyond your right toes. Left hand high to the sky. And then you move yourself through your center line. Same thing again. Left fingertips beyond your left toes. Right hand comes high to the sky. Exhale, bring yourself back. Hands can come back behind you. Bring yourself down and onto your seat. Let's go ahead and just do a few basic squat or abs here. Lower down and just pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, high to the top. Feet come high. Keep your shoulders off the ground as you lower. Oh, yay. And lift. We go for 8, 7, 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Big inhale. Bend in the knees, bicycle it out. Right elbow, left knee, left elbow to right, or vice versa for 10, 9, 8, 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, last 2, and 1. Big squeeze here. Back of the head comes down to the mat. Soles of the feet come down to the mat. Fingertips graze the back sides of the heels. Press into the elbows and pop your chest high and press your hips high. Bridge pose. Big inhale. I like to sometimes, again, make the shelf. Do not move around on your mat like this. Make a shelf with your palms, and you can kind of rest yourself in your shelf here. Sometimes it's nice you can kind of get into that SI joint that's low in your back, but just be mindful, right? And if you want to, you can always raise one leg, finding some stretch here, raise the other leg. And then if you're really strong in your forearms and you're feeling good, you can take both of your feet up. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. Bring your knees together, one foot down at a time. And then slowly lower yourself all the way down. Pull your knees back into your chest. Maybe tuck your chin in your chest. Bring your forehead to meet your knees. And then bring yourself down and into your shavasana. I remembered cards today. Girl, I gotta catch you up on some things. It's ridiculous. The Billings Library today sent me an email being like, after consideration, we've decided not to move forward with your programming. So I just wrote back and said, I'm so sad to hear this. Blessings to you in the programming that you continue to do. Be well. You know, I have many thoughts on many things, but I'm not going to say that my thoughts are necessarily always right, but I know who I am and what I teach. So that being said, I love you. Continue to breathe. And with that said, continue to speak your truth about what it is that you know, regardless of people saying yes and then saying no, or saying no, understanding that that wasn't meant for you, right? That although there is plenty, not everything is meant for you. God has a really beautiful way of working things out. Okay, card. I do need to order a new deck of cards for us. Maybe I'll do that this week. Clairvoyance, inspiration, interpretation, and trust. The Oracle of Delphi gazes into her siring bowl, patiently waiting for the image to take shape. She knows that a message is coming, so she remains peaceful and unafraid. There are 2 steps to her process, however. Once she receives the information, which often comes in the form of a riddle, she must interpret its meaning. This process applies to your intuitive experience as well. Whether you realize it or not, you do have the ability to receive important messages from Spirit. You also have the wisdom to make accurate interpretations. This card is telling you it's time to let go of old doubts and open up your own clairvoyant process. Like the Oracle and her siring bowl, you might find it helpful to use specific tools and techniques. Perhaps you'll be called to read oracle cards or pursue mediumship. Whatever form your intuitive process may take, let yourself be a trusting receiver, and then take your time interpreting the message. It may seem complex at first, like you're putting together pieces of a jigsaw puzzle, but if you relax and let go of the need to perform, the need to be right, soon the answers you seek will become clear. There is something you must know about your oracle powers. There is no wrong saying. Everything exists in energetic potential. As energy changes, the outcomes you will see will change as well. Be open to receiving and patient in your interpretation. Trust yourself, for you are the oracle of your eternal life. Affirmation. More and more, I trust my own intuitive process. I open to Spirit's guidance and understanding the messages I receive. Dear Jane, take some time to lay here and receive this evening the divine light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine love in me sees, honors, and reflects the divine light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine love in you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me and for trusting me with your body, heart, spirit, and soul. And to that I say, when you do leave your mat, be sure to go in peace and remember to serve love always. Love you. I'll see you soon.